Keep it locked, this is the Nate and Garrett Show. Talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens. Truth bombs that many never knew. We talking politics, everything up to the moon. Was the landing real or fake? I guess you'll never know. Let's talk, this is the Nate and Garrett Show, yeah. So lend me your ear, let's get it poppin'. You know that we keep it live, non-stopping. Educating, entertain, there ain't no doubt. After you listen, you'll be thinking way outside the box. From media dishonesty, never let them play you. Keep it authentic nowadays, many can't do. Unfiltered is how we do it. Make sure you stay locked in and tuned in, let's go. Had to come through and let you know. Keep it locked, this is the Nate and Garrett Show. Talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens. The Nate and Garrett Show.
And now, welcome to the Nate and Garrett Show. Prepare yourself to be transported to the furthest reaches of reality. As the hosts unravel the mysteries of the universe, the depths of the deep state, the truth hidden in plain sight, all while bringing you the news from this week. Please welcome your hosts, Nate and Garrett.
Garrett.
Hi, Nate.
Hey, what's up,
everybody?
dude?
Hey, so we've had a technical glitch over and over where I can't hear Nate's screen once in a while. You know what's weird, Nate? I couldn't hear our intro until you clicked me in right there, and then I could hear it.
Yeah. I
Where
don't
the
know.
heck is
Hopefully you can hear when we play clips and stuff.
I know.
If not, we'll be in big trouble.
Yeah, we have a clip-heavy show today, guys.
I'll just play a random little bit here and see if you can hear it.
Okay.
I'm going to pass you that, consider that request.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Flimsy.
New headphones. I wish that was the cause. That'd be an easy fix.
Well, what are we talking about today, dude?
Well, do you know what we really need? We need Ned Pepper. The gang's here.
Ned.
Do you know what we need is like, remember those choose your own adventure books that we read when we're kids and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
We almost need that. We need like a tally going on the sides, like next topic, change topic.
Dude, that's actually a cool idea. Yeah.
It wouldn't be fair.
Do
to,
other channels have that? You would
I don't
think
know.
you would think
Maybe-
that would be a thing. People could vote for like go.
Click. We need to patent that to get that out there.
Yeah, that's
we
smart.
Read books. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. If we had enough.
That would be a cool show. Yeah, we
regular
could do a
people
whole
on.
show just like that. Just constantly have.
Yeah. And
Anyway.
we can even give that as a clue. Like, all right, this COVID talk's getting long in the tooth.
Yeah.
Ooh, so where do we start?
We got a bunch of different stuff to go over, man. We took another week off or something, so we're way behind.
Do we just because you have that pulled up, do we just go over the supposed don't say gay bill?
Sure. Let's just jump right into that.
Do you know what we would need to find? Did you remember that DeSantis clip where the biased fucking media asked him about it and he calls it the don't say gay bill?
Oh yeah.
How great was his response?
Yeah, he nailed that guy and he called out the reporter for misinformation.
Yeah.
DeSantis.
Asked about don't say gay, maybe.
Yeah.
Speaking of Florida, the health director of Florida came out and they do not recommend the COVID vaccine for young, healthy kids.
How about that?
Which is, you know what's funny about that? He's getting roasted right now.
He'd be disbarred and shit a year ago.
Yeah, he's getting in a lot of like even the White House tried to call him a conspiracy theory stuff. You know what's funny about that? Basically, the 5 and unders can't even get it yet. So he's basically saying, if you're 5 and under and you're healthy, you shouldn't get this. And essentially, that's what the FDA is saying right now because it's not available.
That's true. It's not available for them yet.
So he's going to attack for nothing,
because they agree it's not ready.
We agree with the FDA.
Yeah,
you shouldn't get this.
It's not necessarily healthy for them.
And they're going after him pretty hard for that.
Yep, that's really great. I saw that though. He says that children should not get the vaccination. I agree with him.
Crazy that they're trying to go after him for that too, because they agree. Do you know what the issue seems to be? Is that you remember we covered that show where a family brought their 2 kids in to get the flu shot and they gave them the COVID shot, and both kids had heart damage.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and
we talked about that.
The media just deleted it. They barely talked about it. One of the things they're having trouble with the kids is if they give them basically any amount that's enough to create the spike protein, it really fucks them up pretty bad. And so they had to keep trying to go down and down in dose, but then the vaccine doesn't do anything. So they're kind of stuck. They don't know what to do there. It's kind of a funny conundrum because we're basically told that this is safe and effective, but here it is, not safe and effective for kids.
Right.
Even though they keep telling us it is.
And also not for adults.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the dreaded "Don't Say Gay" bill passed, even though it doesn't say that at all. Basically,
yeah, no, that's just the Democrats have called it that.
They didn't change it to "Don't be a groomer" bill. But the funny thing is that the media ran with that. They changed it to that without reading it, and the media ran with it, and they called it the "Don't Say Gay" bill.
Yeah,
and it's nothing to do with it in there. There we go. That's got to come up, right?
Is this it?
Yeah, I think it is. There's people in the yeah. Play this.
Okay, here's future President Ron DeSantis.
Future Vice President.
Future Vice President and then future President.
I think there's a really, really, really good chance of that.
Parental rights and education, what critics call the "Don't Say Gay" bill, is on the Senate floor.
Does it say that in the bill?
I know that you support.
Does it say that in the bill? I'm asking you to tell me what's in the bill because you are pushing false narratives. It doesn't matter what critics say.
Hold on. It says it bans classroom instruction on sexual identity and gender orientation.
For who? For grades pre-K through 3. So 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. And the idea that you wouldn't be honest about that and tell people what it actually says, it's why people don't trust people like you, because you peddle false narratives. And so we disabuse you of those narratives.
That's right.
Who are those studs behind me clapping?
And we're going to make sure that parents are able to send their kid to kindergarten without having some of this stuff injected into their school curriculum.
Fucking
What's funny
hero.
about that? That's the most important part of the whole bill. And they left it out. First it said, "Don't say gay." Yeah. And then it's basically, for people I didn't hear, basically saying, can't talk about sexual orientation and gender to kids in school. And he says, what ages? And he didn't want to say. That's the most important part.
I know they're trying to cover it. It's because they don't have any honesty
I don't want
in them.
a teacher talking to my 9-year-old about gender.
No. And Democrats just can't wait. The Democrats just want desperately to tell your kids about sex.
Unbelievable how much they want to. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's bizarre, dude. Miggles.
So they ran with this narrative that that's what's in the bill. And so you're seeing stuff like the state senators putting a piece of tape on their mouth and writing "gay" on it.
Yeah, I do.
So basically name tags. They're putting name tags on their faces
honestly,
now.
if I was going to say what the Democrat platform is, it's to teach, to indoctrinate your kid about sex, chop off their penis as soon as possible.
Assets.
Yeah, steal your assets.
And go to war.
And hold you down and vaccinate you.
God, did you see that?
Put a mask on you and don't let you leave your house. Get you fired from your job.
And it's the same playbook, how you were anti-American for speaking out against the Iraq war. But at least that was a war the U.S. was in. Now you're a traitor if you question the narrative that this is absolute good versus absolute evil. You're like Romney just got done calling and tweeting out, calling Gabbert, whatever. Yeah, Gabbert, a traitor.
Oh, I saw that, dude. Romney says Tulsi Gabbard is a traitor because she because she didn't 100% agree with.
I think she's just not drinking the Kool-Aid fast enough.
Yeah,
a traitor. Are you from Ukraine?
Yeah,
this
dude.
isn't America's war. We're not at war.
Yeah,
How is
no,
she a traitor?
It's confusing. I saw a tweet that said something like, "Restaurants will now be searching for Ukraine support before you can eat there. You know?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It is so funny how you go to Elon's Twitter quick. I know we're going off on a tangent. He went pretty based early in this morning. But it's funny how many people's profile pictures changed to them in a mask with a syringe to the Ukraine flag.
Is this it?
No. That's pretty funny. He challenged Putin to a fight, and the winner gets Ukraine, he says.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
This is Putin's name in Russian or what?
I don't know.
Crazy. Single combat stakes of Ukraine. That's funny. But yeah, it's weird how much the liberals have gone from like vaccines to support Ukraine.
Go down a little bit more in his feed before then we'll go to comments. And then we'll go to choose your own adventure. Look at this right here. These are the two of them.
Netflix waiting for the
yeah, you got it.
Netflix waiting for the war to end to make a movie about a black Ukraine guy falls in love with a transgender Russian soldier.
People lost their fucking minds.
I support the current thing. How about this? This is great.
It's so perfect.
Yeah. This is great.
He says, what are your thoughts on probable inflation rates next few years?
I think I'm going to blame the Democrats like I should.
Oh, well, you haven't been on TikTok lately then.
All right, let's read these.
Yeah.
Ned Pepper says, those guys, Democrats, look like groomers. How sick it is to want to talk to a 5-year-old about homosexuality and transgender.
God, do we have to play the drag queen teaching those kids how to twerk again?
Yeah, we should. And we should.
Or the fucking thing with the dildo.
Oh, the monkey dildo?
Yes.
Reading to kids. And also the drag show that had the children in it.
What in the fuck?
It's the Democrats doing this. It's weird, man.
The media, because they're the wing of the Democrat Party, they're silent about this.
It's so clear to anyone who's sane that children cannot understand a complex issue like gender.
That should be front and center of the news for the next week.
Yeah. Flimsy says, she said we have 25 to 30 U.S.-funded biolabs in Ukraine, and we didn't evacuate the stuff. So the government is now concerned it's going to get into Russia's hands.
Well, all she's doing is parroting, what's her name, that's under oath.
That's what they said. Yeah, that's what the...
It's under oath.
Yeah, I know. I watched that.
And that was, the very first show we did on Ukraine, remember I kind of said, like, oh, there's some whispers and conspiracy theories about him going after some biolabs that the U.S. has set up there. We thought, oh, it's interesting. And then that, like, you can still find it. If you put in, like, Google Ukraine biolabs QAnon, it's still going to come up. The media was saying, like, look at the new crazy QAnon conspiracy theory.
Oh, right. And then, of course,
they're still running with it. Yeah.
I mean, she admitted we have biolabs there. And then and then they came out with a statement afterwards saying, she was totally wrong. We have biodefense labs.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What would we do to Mexico if Ukraine had 30 biolabs?
Or Russia had them in Mexico? I think that's what he's trying to say there.
Yeah. Okay, but to go back real quick.
Yeah, we got to.
I want to show this, just about the 5-year-old gender shit. It's just Bill Maher's most recent.
Man, how many times have we played him? We need to give him like an honorary award or something.
He's my favorite liberal.
Yeah.
And he's standing up to the woke mob over and over again.
Yeah.
And thank God, because some liberals should. The rest of them are just terrified.
And this is a huge anti-Trump liberal here. He's gonna be starting getting lumped in with the radical right.
Oh, they already are, man. I mean, all these comments. Oh yeah, all these comments are. I mean, it's either people who love him for it. Bill Maher's getting red pilled, and I love it. Or it's people like they call him Dennis Miller, and he's a fucking. Okay, but I'm gonna play this.
When you say woke, it's become, and I make fun of it too, because it's become an eye roll in many ways. If woke, I assume at a certain moment, and it wasn't that long ago before we didn't have the term. I only heard it, I don't know what it was, 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago at most, when we heard the term woke, and it was like alert to injustice. I'm like, okay, I'm down with that. I always have been. I hope people still understand that about me. But yes, it became sort of a byword for a lot of this goofy stuff. That's what I'm always railing against. That's why, like, they play me on Fox News now.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about that? Because you went from the guy who was...
I feel... Look, I haven't changed at all. My politics hasn't changed. They've changed. People say to me sometimes, have you changed? No. It's that 5 years ago, no one was talking about defunding the police. I never heard that phrase 5 years ago. That's not me changing. That's things changing. I'm reacting to it, as I've always been.
We talked about the defund the police. You remember Psaki's trying to change the pass again there.
I know. They're saying it's Republicans. I know.
But how about that? We have even a liberal here saying, no, that was the Democrats. But she absolutely said that numerous times.
Any Democrat who says that was a Republican movement or something is just a liar.
She also said it was Republicans that were doing lockdowns.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Shameless. Okay, but he's about to say the thing I wanted to show.
Letting 3-year-olds decide what gender they are. This wasn't something 5 years ago. Free speech, used to be a left-wing thing that we were proud and owned, and now that seems to be under attack. So again,
Yeah, dude. So I like that he brought up free speech too, because it's the left that is doing censorship, and the left that wants to say, like, you can't say that. That's misinformation.
They're trying to say now that's Republicans that are doing the book burnings right now because of that mouse, M-A-U-S, whatever, mouse, that book, which like one school district that happened to be in a religious area banned it for inappropriate language. But they're trying to latch onto that, forgetting that they're canceling Dr. Seuss and we go on and on. Yeah. And they're like, look, Republicans are fucking book burning.
But dude, how about them trying to, they want to make little kids change their gender when they're 4 and shit like that. And they call it bullying if you stand against that.
I've seen something incredibly sad. We've shown that video. We almost got to find it, where that obviously not popular girl who's
I'm a guy. That one.
Laughing?
that one's funny.
But I think that is what's happening here. But there's something that, have you seen the pictures lately of these kids that detransitioned?
Yeah, man, I've seen a bunch of stuff.
Sad as fuck.
I read a story about some 14-year-old who
have you seen the pictures
had
of
a
it?
double mastectomy.
Yes, and not only that, like not only do they take the nipple and everything, it looks fucking weird, and then these people are just maimed.
Oh yeah,
it's so many of these people basically said they woke up and instantly knew they fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
I read some stories about detransition. It's becoming a big thing because
and the surgeons that are doing this, they're being lazy. And instead of going and just taking the breast tissue, they're fucking butchering them. Like you have a line going from armpit to armpit all the way like straight through, and they take the nipple and they just sew it up because they're too goddamn lazy. And they're telling the kids, this will be better for you because now you have an androgynous look. So these surgeons are trying to tell them it's better for them.
How evil are these
lazy,
doctors, man?
Evil pieces of shit.
Yeah, I saw the girl I saw who got a double mastectomy, like her mom was a surgeon and did it or something like that, or adopted mom. And it's just so clear that she is brainwashed and like, being completely fucked over by the evil adults in her life who want her to be a boy or whatever. It's really messed up, dude.
I hope the biblical God's real. I would love to see one of those surgeons be the makers.
Yeah, so that's the other thing about a 5-year-old. They're switching their gender of a 5-year-old. That is the mom or insane dad doing that.
Another video we need to show. Do you remember the mom that has her 2 kids on camera?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And the kid basically said, I have to be a part of LGBTQ. You won't, or you'll get mad. And she said, what? And he just basically said, what? Speaking facts.
I remember that one. I thought you were bringing up the other one where they like go up in front of the church. Do you remember that? And she's like, say that you're a girl, Jimmy. And he doesn't say it.
Oh,
do you remember that one? We showed that one too, but let's play this real quick.
I don't know. YouTube Premium. You can watch.
Is 100% of what's happening here. Well, you know what's 90%. The other 10%. We talked about like how sperm levels are plummeting and everything.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of this too, and I think like good old Alex Jones again. The frogs are gay.
Yeah.
Hormones that too is getting into everything, and then it's getting into utero, and I think that might be fucking up some hormones here too.
Yeah, I think.
But I think 95% of it is this.
Yeah, 95% of it is like this girl here, obviously getting acceptance for being trans.
Somehow a male in a female's body. There's not like where do you have to go from there? Let's say you're a religious person and you're saying it's a soul. She has a male soul stuck in that body. How'd that fuck up? Did God fuck that up?
Yeah.
And then let's take that God out of it. Well, there's no fucking such thing. Like, there's not like that brain is somehow a male's brain. It's in a female body.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
form's gonna dictate.
I'm with you on that.
Look how she's dressed. She's got the jorts pulled way up. She's dressed obviously like a female. She's just 80 pounds, 90, 100 pounds overweight. I'm sure she.
That's the other thing.
She hasn't eaten anything other than ice cream
Doritos.
And ice cream cones and Cheetos for her whole life. She hasn't exercised. She's not at the pop group. You can tell this all by looking at her.
I think that a lot of the transgenders are just
fitting in,
sexually kind of not in the marketplace, and they're just like, oh, I guess I'm transgender then, and then it's on their terms that they're completely not.
I think it's a fit in thing, and I think she's getting that endorphin rush when these people hug her that she's never gotten.
Yeah.
It's probably sad. It's probably a distant or non-existent father. It's probably a mother that has almost no rules. She probably does screen time of like 18 hours a day. Her sleep schedule's shit.
Oh yeah.
Because she treats her body like shit.
Okay, let me read this, Miggles. Found a great guy on TikTok. I'll have to send you guys. He is gay and talks about how toxic the gay trans community is and is against the transitioning of kids. Yeah. Thank God for this guy. Yeah. We've said for a while that the gay community needs to stand up and come out against all this weird transitioning of kids, grooming of kids.
Almost the trans community. A gay white male now in the Olympics of kind of the hierarchy, they're now almost like the privileged.
Oh yeah, they're almost. They might as well be a cis man.
Exactly, you're privileged now.
Yeah.
So I think it's the trans community that needs to come out and do it.
You're right. The trans community does need to do it, but also the gay community does need to do
LBGT,
it.
Yeah.
Actually, every community, the fucking gardening community needs to come out and say, stop transitioning kids, weirdos.
Yes. God, did you see play this? We're getting too far. We even played the Florida one, but there's somebody on Etsy that makes tucking underwear for like three-year-olds.
That. I was going to bring that up too. Like, think of that. That's fucking crazy.
Those kids need to be taken away from that house.
For sure.
They need to be taken away.
For sure.
It's kind of scary because I only realized this a couple of days ago, and I've only...
That's even better.
Right then.
She's already like hedging. She's already hedging her bets there, honestly. She knows she's 2 months from now, she's going to go, just kidding. Yeah. It's kind of scary because I randomly decided this. Okay, I'm going to play it again. That's great. I didn't remember her saying that.
Me neither.
Because I only realized this a couple of days ago, and I've only come out to a few people. I'm a guy.
Dude, that's what she's holding for. And then this other troglodyte runs up and hugs her.
Pronouns, and I'm going to go by Theo. Yeah!
This is such a joke.
I called my mom today.
All Theos are just punching the wall.
And I have to go home every day and be called my dead name and have she/her pronouns used every time I go home. And no one realizes how hurt.
She's got a good mom at
least.
least.
She's saying every time she goes home.
I know, it's just one day.
She's just found this out like a day ago.
Yeah, exactly. But she's still like she's got lifetime victimhood here, you know. She's doing it in advance.
Did you see there's a video where she films herself talk to her mom?
No.
Her mom basically just says like, she's like super, super rude to her mom. And her mom's like, God damn it, Carrie, you got to get out of here. It's like, she's almost like abusive around. She's like, you got to leave my house. You got to get out of here because you're not paying the bills and everything. And she goes, you can't do that. That's illegal. She's like, get out of here.
She
and
must
then
be
she
a
starts
Redditor.
crying and like, how could you do this to me?
She must be a
You call me
Redditor.
my
Dude.
dead name. It's the same girl.
She's probably a Reddit mod.
It is.
Part-time
It's like
fucker.
You know, the funny thing about this girl, like, she for sure is going to detransition. I imagine she's already detransitioned and said, like, actually, I'm a girl. There's
Here's
no
the
way
thing.
this person's.
This is an incel right here.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't matter. I mean, she can say whatever she wants. It's probably easier for her to
You know what it
wake
is, though?
up.
She's not weird enough to stay transitioned.
Here's the thing. She cuts her hair even shorter. She puts on those androgynous jeans every day now. And her monthly shower goes away. It's just easier for her to say, I'm androgynous.
I've got hope for her. I believe in her. She's probably already a woman again. That's my opinion. The fact that she says she's a guy and everyone is just cheering for her really makes me want to laugh at them, but it also saddens me that society now celebrates this kind of stuff.
She needs to be fit. She's having that endorphin dump that she hasn't had before because she's never made that final goal or even blocked a goal, or she's even been on the soccer field. And she's never had the thrill of winning, moving on to the second round of a spelling bee.
Or kissing a boyfriend.
You're right. Or holding a boy's hand.
That's kind of the point I was trying to make before. Like,
she's missed out on all of those landmarks.
Yeah.
And so this is her first time. And then what she does is she goes the next step. And the next step is dressing more like a guy. And she feels a little more validated. And then she cuts off her hair and changes her name to Theo and puts it on social media. The next thing you know, she starts rapping, as in you make her look like she has a flatter chest, and that gives her a little bit more.
I thought you meant rapping, spitting hot rhymes. I was like, we got to find that.
And then she goes and actually has a transition surgery.
Oh,
and
God,
then
I
she
hope
hits
not.
that wall.
Yeah, and then
hits
she
the
wakes
wall
up in
where
the
there's
hospital.
nothing else.
Yeah.
And then she thinks, oh, shit.
Right.
Oh, shit. Now what?
Well,
that's what happens.
Yeah.
Once they run out of those steps, it's it.
And then they realize what a horrible mistake they've made.
Yes.
And also in there put that they got on hormones at some point.
Yep.
And then they realize that they've done permanent damage. They can't go back. They go back as far as they can, but they can't undo the damage.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to make it so that you can't do hormones, you can't do surgeries until you're 18.
Yeah, she's close enough to 18. I hope she gets the help she needs in scores, but at least it's not a 5-year-old,
No shit, dude. And I like setting the age of 18. You can't get a tattoo,
Yep, perfect.
That's a good it's a good age. It's too bad if that's too young still, you know what I mean? Like
there's some trans rights people, I guess. They are trying to make the point. Of course, we're talking the extreme, that all kids should be on puberty blockers until they hit 18.
I've seen that argument.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
All of them. And they act like, well, then you just take them off when they're 18. They're going to pick then.
Right, because there's no such thing as a natural gender. And so any natural occurring hormones are a crime to these people because they're insane. Okay, but here's what the Florida Democrats would say to us, Garrett.
I know you guys are thinking. You're thinking that these are 3 white Republican upper class stay-at-home moms that got drunk off wine that are trying to pick a fight. Right? That's what you think. That's what it looks like almost.
Yeah.
But instead, this is the state Florida Democrats thinking they're owning people. They put this out themselves. They went and edited and tweeted this video out.
Right. This is in response to the Don't Say Gay bill, which has nothing to do with that. It's just about don't fucking indoctrinate kids, but the Democrats just want to pretend like it's something else.
You know what, Nate? This video is pretty gay. We're allowed to say it now.
This video is gay. That's the gayest video I've ever
Do you know what we
seen.
need to do? We need to isolate that audio and clip it, put it on our soundboard, and whenever someone says something really gay,
that's hilarious.
we hit that.
Yep. And don't tell us not to say gay. Okay, let's read this from Ned Pepper.
Whenever Ned Pepper tries to say how good Nate's points are, we'll just hit that button. Gay, gay, gay.
I read the following a couple weeks ago. 7.1% of U.S. adults identify as LGBTQZRPW.
7.1. Man.
More than doubling.
Man, do you believe that?
Yeah.
Do you believe that? I think that is...
I believe it.
I believe
it's trendy. It's trendy.
Dude, I believe he read that. But my guess is that was put out. So there used to be a study, I think it was Dan Rather, that went on the nightly news and said 1/4 of our kids are, what do you say? Basically, 1/4 of our kids are in danger of starvation. 1/4. How could the United States let this happen?
Yeah.
Dude, it was. They gave a survey to kids at school.
Are you hungry?
If they're hungry.
Yeah.
And 1/4 of them haven't eaten yet. They said, I'm hungry. And they're probably looking around looking for that graham cracker. But instead, we got Tom Brokaw saying 1/4 of kids are in danger of starvation.
Yeah, but
I think that has to be what this is.
I think the numbers are going way up also because, liberal moms, it's such a badge of honor if they have a lesbian daughter.
I don't think you could tell someone they're gay and they become gay. I don't think they could do that.
Well, they don't become gay, but they identify as gay because their mom tells them to until they're...
I absolutely think there's a part of nurture in this. For sure, I agree with you. But I think that if you were trying to force it on someone, it'd be really, really hard.
But that's what they're doing to the kids now.
Inadvertent. I think it's kind of inadvertent. But I also think that it's these microplastics that they're finding in utero, and they're doing dissections of even brain tissue, and it's got microplastics in it.
Yeah, they're turning the frogs gay, Garrett.
That's another part.
Dude,
is the Roundup.
Let me keep going with this. Ned Pepper said, because listen to this. Because so many youngsters identify as LGBTQ. 21% of
there
Gen
are
Z.
kids. There are kids coming out and saying they're feeling pressure at school to fit in. But at the same time,
that's kind of what I'm getting at. They're being peer pressured into being gay.
Do you remember the mayor of New York's daughter came out as LGBTQ?
Yeah, exactly, because she's demisexual.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, she likes romance.
Monogamous.
Yeah,
She was monogamous, and now she's counted in that.
Right.
She could go up there and say, "I have an announcement. I'm monogamous.
I'm an
and
LGBTQ." Yeah,
And
exactly.
then she's just saying, and then my relatives can't accept that I'm monogamous. They could be the victimhood all over again.
Yeah. That's a great
One
thing.
demisexual.
People who identify as LGBT could comprise 10 to 15% of the adult population in the not too distant future. Yeah, whatever. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that they're actually that high a number as is LGBTQ. Although I think it is a significant number. What's it been historically? 5%?
I thought it was like 1 or less.
I don't know. Instead of studying what the fuck is going on, we're just supposed to celebrate this rapid change in people.
That's the fucking thing.
See, and that's the thing. Is it hormones? Is it
back
microplastics?
In second grade science class, back when they were telling us that oil is going to run out in 10 years. You remember that? They'd always say that. 10 years, oil is going to be run out. 10 years, oil is going to be run out. Obviously, it's not. Now they're saying 60 years, and that's not even true. But they used to say, amphibians are important because they're basically the canaries in the coal mine. When stuff starts happening to amphibians, we know something in the environment's bad. Yeah. And we know that amphibians are turning gay. I mean, obviously, it's more of male frogs are developing ovaries. Yeah, it's fucking them up, fucking up their gender stuff. And now we're seeing that in the human population. And Ned Pepper, instead they're saying, wait a minute, they didn't stop at the frogs.
Yeah,
they should have stopped at the frogs and said, what's going on? The problem is it's Roundup. Roundup's a big part of this.
Is it pesticides?
So much money.
Yeah.
So much.
Monsanto's super evil, dude.
Yes.
Okay, the gay TikTok guy talks about how your brain goes through a lot of development growth during puberty, and so blocking obviously messes up brain development. Oh, yeah, man, the hormone blockers are a serious fucking thing, dude.
messes up bone structure. It messes up bone density. It messes up muscle density. There's a ton. There's another thing I want to get into. You probably heard about the male birth control pill coming out. Stay the fuck away from it. It
no problem.
Your testosterone to 0.
Is that what it does? Funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of like you're a sexist for being against this.
Whatever. I'm happy to be a sexist, dude. Yeah. I'm against all these medical fucking monstrous shit.
And the whole thing is like, well, female birth control mess. Don't take it. They shouldn't be taking it. Nobody should be taking chemical birth control. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, the birth control pill for women is brutal on them.
Regulates my periods. No, it doesn't. You don't have a period.
Yeah. It gets rid of it, and it
lets you
does lots of horrible shit to them, man.
Yes, it's terrible. It gives blood clots, messes up hormones, weight gain, depression, suicide. I mean, we go on and on. But instead of saying, hey, this male hormone, this male pill should be nixed because of this. You hear people saying, well, females do it, so why do you care? Females shouldn't. How about that? Nobody should be taking this shit. Right. Nobody. Yeah, but you can't get there because they can't get past, well, females take it.
Flimsy says, how much of that is in California, referring to Ned's statistics? Probably all of it. That's probably all just from
Portland.
Yeah, that's just from Portland or Seattle. Some shitty Democrat hellhole. Is it trendy? Changes in biology, a combination? It's alarming. Yeah, maybe could be something like turning the frogs gay too. My 35-year-old friend has osteoporosis because of her birth control. Yeah.
Do you see the stupid fucking article saying that male friends, what male friends are comfortable doing is like cuddling naked and kissing or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, I love that fucking article. What do they call it? Bromances? Men cuddle. Hey, this is it. This is
no straight man in the history of the world.
Listen to this. Straight men in This is an article by some genius fucking news organization. Straight men in bromances kiss, cuddle, and stand around naked.
Hit the button.
Yeah.
Gay,
Let me hit that button.
Gay.
Here's what we think of that.
Dude, we need to clip that. We gotta clip
it. That's what we got to say about this article. Look at these two. Are these hetero men here?
No.
How many times have you and your buddies done this on the couch together? Let me see your iPad.
There's knee from Catfish. Rendry got catfish.
It looks like Flimsy and Ned Pepper sitting there. Oh my God, how great is this?
According to research published, no, that doesn't. Look at that!
Hey, this is just a couple of dudes.
Mountain gay.
These guys right here, these two guys kissing. They're like, hey, let's go get some chicks after this. And they're like, let's kiss and then let's go pick up some babes.
Oh my God.
I love it. I love the new ridiculously stupid world. Liberals must just believe this, huh?
I think that's what I think this is. It's fan fiction. There's a lot of people that like to be preached to the choir type of thing. They like to validate their beliefs. And I think they love this. They get into it. Like, yeah, toxic masculinity is so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's better when dudes just kiss each other, but they're still straight. But they get naked and they just cuddle. How awesome
it is a sliding scale. Sexuality is a sliding scale.
Let's see what the Florida Democrats
What are these? Hey, Democrats, what do you think about the Metro article saying that gay men or straight men cuddle and kiss naked?
Yeah.
What do you guys have to say about that?
Yeah, weigh in.
Don't say it. Gay.
Oh, you can't call it gay. You guys can't do that.
Gay.
Didn't they get the memo that these are straight men in bromances kissing?
Didn't they know too?
What do you liberals in Florida think?
If they're in Florida, this is illegal to say now?
Yeah.
Are we get locked up now?
Gay.
What? How dare they say this about
we agree with you guys. It is pretty gay. And two guys sit around naked, cuddling and kissing.
Gay.
What do we know about Marlon Brando?
That
He's gay.
Gay.
Oh.
Gay.
Congrats on that.
Gay.
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 Boy, this is some big winning from these.
Of course,
people.
she has to have her duckbill mask on.
Well,
Quack,
she's got to be
quack.
safe, Garrett.
Gay.
Seriously,
Gay.
that is, how much could I? You know what? If this was made now, her mask would be painted as a Ukraine flag too. On top
Oh
of it.
yeah.
She had to get Ukraine. I wonder if she's sitting there thinking like, God damn it, I had a chance. If only they would have done this a week later.
Yeah, 3 days later, I could have worn my Ukraine mask. In fact, I think all of these people should be canceled for not supporting Ukraine.
Oh,
enough.
you know, right now they're calling us traitors because we're not covering Ukraine enough right now.
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Even though the Azov battalion is absolutely Nazis, and a lot of Democrat senators were tweeting out 5 years ago how terrible it was that Trump was giving money to the Nazis in Ukraine. But those are all and now Facebook also is calling for violence on Russians.
You know, we should almost show that.
Because that. And now Facebook also lets you say good things about the Nazis. As long as those Nazis are in Ukraine, Facebook lets you now say good things about them, but only in the context of killing Russians. And not only that, now we have Russian restaurants in these liberal cities getting
Bricked.
vandalized.
Yeah.
And now we have Russian authors and Russian prodigies being canceled. There's a Russian musician now that's like a 13-year-old kid or some shit that was going to go and put on a concert. They canceled him because he's from Russia.
They really? What the fuck, dude? It's so
Google,
crazy, dude.
The racist fucking liberals.
Yeah.
Google Russian musician canceled.
Okay, well, first I want to see. I don't think this guy's gonna say it because it's too brave to say it.
Gay.
Oh my God, he did it, dude. He fucking dropped it. He dropped the gay.
Fuck.
Libs are just so quick to swallow the Kool-Aid
It's
mainstream
crazy.
media gives them, and apparently don't do any reading research on them.
If you're
right, Miggles.
If
They
your
love
values
it.
are the same as media, big government, and giant corporations, if you in line with them, you need to reevaluate, and you need to reevaluate very quickly. And you could never ever say resist if you have the same values as those three groups.
Yeah.
And that's what we have. We have these three groups that are resist, and they're on the same page as those three terrible, awful
Yeah,
groups.
the government,
If you're
big
3
tech,
for
and the
3
mainstream media.
If you're 3 for 3 on that, and you can't see through that, you're fucking blind.
Oh yeah, which is a ton of people. It's every
90%.
Democrat.
Yes.
It's every fucking stupid Democrat. Dude, Montreal Symphony Orchestra drops Russian piano prodigy. This is offensive, man.
And you know what?
So
People
stupid.
are. Look at this poor kid. Yeah, he has a lot to do with this.
Yeah, this kid's fucking invading Ukraine.
There was a Russian, what was it? A teacher that held a spot on like a committee, fired for being from Russia. Fucking fired. Academia is firing
You know,
Russians.
that's the thing, man. Like the left, Candace Owens tweeted something about this, like just saying how appalling it is how they're treating Russian Americans, which, yeah, it's so obvious.
Yep.
But the left is just, they're the same people that would
Can you imagine if
throw
this was-
Japanese Americans in internment camps.
Say
And
this
they
was
can't
Muslim.
see how stupid they are.
Change this to Muslim.
Yeah.
Then they canceled a 13-year-old Muslim girl's concert because of Afghanistan.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck? We're pouring down, I don't know, whatever food that's made in the Middle East. Now we have to throw it away. They're pouring out bottles of vodka. That's not even fucking
I
made
know.
in Russia. Just because these guys are so fucking stupid. They think all vodka's from Russia.
Yeah, I know. So dumb, dude. Facebook allows posts calling for violence against Russian invaders.
It was Russia too. It was Russian. It wasn't even Russian invaders. If you really
Yeah,
read
I know. And then they switched it to, it's
Because they
just
found- yes.
soldiers. It's still
You-
well, why is that okay?
Because now the media's got to go back to big tech because big tech did something that even they can't even justify. So they had to change it.
Yeah, I think this is one of the most 1984-ish things we've seen in a long time.
And what's next? The left went from the right are Nazis, begins for Nazis, to punch a Nazi. We need to punch Nazis. To hey, these Nazis are good because they're against Russia, and because they're on our side, they're all good. Right. What next? What is Facebook going to allow violence on next?
Dude, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. See, it looks like a CIA kind of thing to me. It's so set up and it's well done where they say, look, calls for violence are not allowed on our platform. And then they go, well, punch a Nazi. And then they go, calls for violence are not allowed except against Russia. Yeah. And then they go, calls for violence are not allowed except against Freedom Convoy protesters.
In fact, no glorifying Nazis. No glorifying unless they are attacking Russia.
Yeah, unless they're good,
now you can.
They're good Nazis.
But you have to say, good job killing Russians, or else we won't allow it.
It's so evil, and it's so obvious, the step-by-step nature of it, and they're clearly doing it on purpose. And it's good brainwashing, dude. It's like effective brainwashing where they'll actually trick dumb people into committing violence in the future. You know?
Ask the average person what they thought of the BLM, riots. And then also ask them what they thought of the trucker convoy in Canada.
No shit.
Look at that. Like, one is traders that needed to have their bank accounts frozen and yada yada. The other ones is we had scientists saying, fuck COVID, this is too important, go out and demonstrate. Like, they legit said, don't worry about COVID, go out and demonstrate, science says.
They said, don't leave your house, wear a mask everywhere, unless you're protesting, go throw a brick through Target.
We have two people talking about Trump's Twitter at the same time.
Okay, let's read these. So brave of these people. Libs are just so quick. Oh, I read that already. The left is the voice of the little guy, as long as they're on the right team at the right moment. The Kremlin still has a Twitter account, but thank God Twitter banned Trump.
There's a reason for that. We're going to get into that next show.
Twitter doesn't allow Trump. It still has President of Russian account.
I'm going to show you guys the string theory of conspiracy. It's all about Trump is the linchpin in this.
Dude, how about Trump like last week went on a podcast.
Yep.
In 24 hours it got 5 million views. Some random podcast. I haven't seen it. And then they pulled the
And Trump even said on there, they're going to pull this. And they said, what? Why? We haven't done anything.
How crazy is that, dude? And the left supports that kind of censorship.
We're three by then. Oh, I love it, Flimsy.
Flimsy's right, dude. I'm going out of town.
It's not even denying it.
I know. It's going to be wild for our next show, I think.
That will be fine. We got to do the grand unifying theory. And it's absolutely, I'm convinced what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
It's Trump. They let the Kremlin talk. They can't let Trump talk because they absolutely need Trump to lose. They have to have him lose, and he's not going to lose. But everything that they've done for the last couple decades leading to this point, they need Trump to lose.
That's why I just don't understand how.
They're all on it. They're saying, yep, okay. They got the marching orders.
No, I believe all that, but I'm talking about why will they and why haven't they just assassinated Trump?
Another thing the media thought was a big win. They thought, like, they're probably right. But did you see this thing where, like, so obviously the sanctions came. Obviously these companies pulled out. But, like, Apple and Android cut off their payment platforms. So these people had to not, so they're like long lines at the subways because now Apple Pay doesn't work. And then they started cutting off Coinbase even. And now Biden is saying, we need to go and regulate crypto because of Russia. And they're on and on and on. Yeah. Basically, they thought it was this big win, that big tech was making these guys' lives hell. But do we not see the correlation? Like, they're also calling for two things from Elon, and he said no to both. One, they told Elon that he should shut off every Tesla in Russia, and Elon said no. Another thing,
they said that to him. Oh man, that would have been shady if he would have done that.
Russia, Tesla, it comes up. Another one, because you don't own it at that point. You don't.
Yeah. If they can just, that's scary if they just turn your car off.
Everything about everything going digital, and that's why NFTs are so important. So important. Another one, you'll see. Elon basically is giving Ukrainians free internet with Starlink.
I saw that.
They're basically telling him, you need to block and give him a list of Russian sites. And he basically said, it would take you to have a gun at my head for me to do this.
That's awesome.
Here's another scary thing. Google cars 2025 kill switch. Have you heard of this one?
No.
Go do it real quick.
But here's that thing where they asked him to turn off the Teslas. Fuck.
Tons of people.
Thank God he didn't do that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just turn off every Russian's car because
How
Putin's
about that?
invading Ukraine.
How about that?
What the hell, dude? Okay, what were you gonna have me Google?
Go to what the fuck were we just talking about?
Google 2025.
2025 car. Don't put Google there, but 2025 car.
I thought you meant Google was doing it or something.
No.
You know.
2025 car. You about
Do it again.
kill switch. I shouldn't laugh at this one. Biden snuck in. Look at this. Look at there. Right there. Biden snuck in on the infrastructure bill that every single car by 2025 has to have a kill switch installed in it.
So
this is now law. So
is that they passed
we have
that?
people cheering because media tells them to, that we're shutting down all this shit on Russia. Well, what's next? We already seen Trudeau. If you slightly disagree with Trudeau, they froze your bank account.
Right.
Now they're going to freeze your bank account, shut off your car, whatever. Or you know what, Nate? You had too much gas this week.
Yeah.
We're going to shut off your car. We're doing it for the greater good because we can't be paying $10 with gas anymore.
Absolutely.
We're shutting your car off.
It's crazy how much the authoritarians are making moves, man.
Yeah.
Digital
And this is
ID.
law now.
Yeah.
New law will install kill switches on all new cars. Nobody's talking about this. Where in the fuck is media? This should have been front page.
I've never heard of this till just now.
This should be everybody alive should know about this right now. Everybody alive.
This is a law now?
Yes.
Jesus,
by 2025, all new cars have to have a kill switch.
Man, how crazy.
Yes. This is shit that conspiracy theorists got mocked for.
Yeah.
And now it passed. And not only...
You know what I think? Do you know what I think?
Passed with zero debate or talk about. Nobody said a word about this.
Well, you know what I think of this new kill switch law? I think it's gay.
Evil. Evil.
It is evil. It's weird, the authoritarianisms.
And, you know, you've seen, and I'm not going to bat for Russia. Fuck Russia. Anybody that is invading another country, go fuck off. The U.S., when you were going after weapons of mass destruction, fuck right off. Any country that's invading another country could fuck right off.
Yeah.
But it's obvious what the media is doing here. It's so obvious that they're having a good versus evil. And they're trying to do this to lead us to war. They want us in this war. CNN, we've been making fun of CNN because CNN has been down 90-something% and they're going under. Well, now they're raising because media makes money off of wars. And they were basically applauding. You probably saw like oligarch's yacht, $20 million yacht got seized. Did you see that one?
Yes.
Do you know that's the guy that was being praised by the media 5 years ago because there was a Nobel Science Prize winner couldn't afford to eat, so he sold his Nobel Prize. This guy bought it for a couple $1 million and gave it right back to him. That's the same Russian.
That's cool.
That's the same Russian that they are now taking his big yacht and everyone's cheering for
because he's Russian.
They're a bunch of mindless.
Yeah, he's Russian, so steal his shit.
It's the media saying how good this is and how awesome this is, and they're freezing all these bank accounts. Well, now Russia is taking. There's planes basically landed in Russia that are not Russian planes. Google it. Russia plane seized. Now the media's going crazy because Russia is seizing these planes that are in Russia. They're basically saying, okay, you guys are seizing our shit. Yeah, there it is right there. This is like apocalyptic stuff to the media. It's just happened today.
Putin signs law to seize foreign aircraft.
So the same thing the world's doing to Russia, Russia's doing to them.
Yeah.
But now Mitt Romney says that we're traitors.
It's crazy. Crazy shit is happening in the world, man.
Yes, it's very nuts.
I saw a recent meme. Russians can no longer pay for Netflix and Spotify with their bank accounts. They also cannot use Apple Pay or Google Pay. Before we get rid of cash and go down this path, it's worth thinking about the fragility of this system and who can turn it on and off. Absolutely.
I was reading an article basically saying that, you know, the digital dollar is another conspiracy theory that they're
coming out with that. Yeah.
Biden actually signed a presidential executive order for two things in the one day. One, to look at regulating Bitcoin. Two, looking at establishing a digital dollar, essentially.
Yeah. Biden orders government to study digital
dollar. I was reading an article, and it was not saying this tongue in cheek. It was saying, and then you can have a digital dollar, and then you can set it up so the government or your employer can control where you spend this. They said that.
Yeah, I saw the guy on Joe Rogan talked about that. Yeah, man, because you're just a slave. If the government issues the money like that and has complete control of it, you're just a slave.
Well, it's obvious if you look at the big picture what they're doing here. They want to control everything. They want to be able to shut off your cars. They want to be able to shut off your money. They're going to decide what they think you could spend your money on. This is why cash is so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
In COVID, they tried to knock down using cash. They used to worry about
I know. I saw they weren't taking bills at first.
Being on money.
Yep.
They were stopping minting coins because they're basically saying we're not doing it now because of COVID. That's an excuse.
They're coming for
a
cash.
Shit.
It's very end of the world biblical type
and
of shit.
It's obvious what's happening here.
Yeah.
But
another thing about it, look, cash is the best, and I think it's super important to always have cash. But it also gives me more faith in Bitcoin and makes me think Bitcoin is more Bitcoin specifically because it's supposed to be not under government oversight.
It's not anonymous. They need to quit calling it crypto. It's completely
Isn't it though? Isn't it anonymous?
No, not at all.
I mean, that's just because the exchanges and shit are compromised.
But you know where it's going from IP address to IP address too. On top of that, you could basically trace it. There are definitely crypto. Monero's one. We've talked in the past about Verge. That's another one. But the governments were quick to outlaw Monero. They're going after Monero, and that one is anonymous.
That makes me want to go buy it.
I can send it to you. They'll never know. There's just so many problems with Bitcoin.
Okay, well, I'm a cash
EU,
guy.
Go to EU. Type in EU Bitcoin proof of stake.
Oh, yeah.
So proof of stake basically takes away the mining off of Bitcoin. And they are trying to tell Bitcoin how they could basically verify the blockchain. And this is big because proof of stake is even less anonymous. It doesn't have mining behind it. It's going to be super easy to... If somebody owns a large stake of Bitcoin at that point, they can control Bitcoin. It's no longer decentralized.
Okay, so I read a thing on Reddit about this, and I really don't understand it, but it was like the European Union is trying to make Bitcoin do something. And then every comment in the thread was like, haha, that's impossible. The government can't do this. Good luck trying that. And it made me think like, oh, good, Bitcoin's awesome.
You know what they could do? They could do what China's doing, where you can't mine Bitcoin in China right now.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't try. If you're in China, don't mine this. You're going to be sent with the Uyghur Muslims. Yeah. Don't do it. They can kind of do the same thing. They can
do that. Yeah,
where the mining's coming from and stuff. They can make it highly illegal. It would really hurt Bitcoin if now the EU and.
Okay, well, one thing that I think's funny, I wonder who was in on the vote there for the Bitcoin thing. Do you think that?
Oh God!
Do you think that
you
maybe?
Shit me?
No. You. I think Garrett.
Are you for real?
I think it might. No, you're thinking I'm talking about the WEF or something.
I'm
talking about alien fish people.
Oh, dude, what the fuck is this?
I know.
By the way,
where the fuck is it?
Yeah, we got to get into. Here's another thing before we move on from the Ukraine war. Okay. You know what I love about this?
This is it.
For a long time, we've had people in the background saying we need to go to war. It's happening right now. Media's trying to send us there. Yeah. But the funny thing is, for the first time, we can say, okay, go sign up. Go sign up. And if you're too fucking old, either have your kids sign up or shut the fuck up. How about that? How about instead of sending other people's kids out there to die, you send your own or you go. And you can right now. Ukraine is doing this smart thing where anybody can sign up to go and fight. And then people are doing it. And people are doing it, and they're having regrets. And Reddit, the keyboard warriors, it's so funny to see some of their excuses. One guy had an excuse like, I really want to do this. I'm super, super serious, guys. But I'm worried because the vaccination rate's only 35% in Ukraine.
Yeah,
so
he wants to go fight in the war, but he's worried they aren't vaccinated
go there
enough.
and have bombs dropped on you and be shelled and shot
Be in
at.
a gunfight with an AK.
You're going to go and fight on the losing side, but you're worried about this virus that you're vaccinated for, that you're already vaccinated for. You're supposedly worried because the vaccination rate's too low. Come on.
That's great.
Another guy flew to Poland, because a lot of times they fly into Poland, and then when you cross the border, you basically sign a contract because you're getting paid. You got to be conscripted because you're going to war. You're going to have generals. And I got to the border and decided, well, I started thinking about how my parents were sick. So apparently this guy forgot his parents were sick before he took that trip to Poland.
Yeah, right before he was signing to fight Putin.
He thought like everyone's going to side and say, so yeah, it's good and stuff.
What a hero.
But how about that? For now, we have the time. We say, good then. Don't call for war. You go.
Yeah. So here's a house where a bunch of volunteer keyboard warriors went, and it got bombed.
These are a bunch of Redditors in here.
Yeah.
Holy
And one of them was posted on post from Reddit from the person who posted the video. He goes on to explain like a bunch of volunteers were in this house and it got shelled.
No, if you're Russia, because Russia basically came out and said like, look, if you are coming from a different country coming in here, we're not going to treat you like a soldier. So we're not going to do like follow Geneva Conventions on like taking war prisoners and stuff. They basically said we're going to kill you. And then you have this house with a bunch of Redditors and they get shelled. Probably a good move if you're Russia. I do got to say something about the Russian war that's going on. The media and their cheerleaderism that's happening right now, they're trying to make it sound like things are going good. We talked about Snake Island. The Ghost of Kiev now is up to 19 planes shot down. Did you know that?
Wow, I think I saw someone said 35.
But I'm going to tell you something the media is not. It's going fucking terrible. Ukraine's taken. It's gone. They have no chance. You'll see people say, like, this war was supposed to last 3 days. That's a talking point. There are actually documents that they've basically have basically leaked from Russia that show that they knew this would be a 6 week plus invasion here. They knew it wasn't a 3, but they keep saying that. And now it's down to 2 days. You'll see people saying, this was supposed to be 2 days. I think it's going worse than the Russians thought. But Ukraine doesn't have much of a prayer here.
Yeah, and that whole idea of like, we're really holding out much longer than we should have. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, okay, but how many lives are you losing? Is that a big win?
I know. I think this is going to drag out. I think Russia's probably going to take Ukraine. And I think that Ukraine's probably going to do the whole Chechen thing where they have rebels fighting a lot. And they're probably going to lose areas. And they're going to regain them. There's some areas of Ukraine, too, specifically, that basically want to be in Russia if you go and pull them and stuff. And that's one of the
you're canceled, Garrett, for even thinking
that's one of the excuses that Russia uses. We're liberating these guys.
Yeah.
So you're going to have pockets of Ukrainian nationals, I think, pushing back. We already seen it. Like a mayor of a city got taken. It's kind of scary. It sucks for the guy. He's taken with a hood over his head and stuff. And they went and stalled a mayor. And now people are obviously trying to kill that mayor. There's uprising.
Oh, I thought you were going to say there was one mayor who was pro-Russian and they killed him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're going to see it. It's really sad what's happening in Ukraine.
I'll bring that up. Ukrainian mayor killed. Pro-Russian mayor of Ukrainian city kidnapped and killed. See that?
Jeez.
Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't look.
Yeah.
So, but good thing Redditors are going over there to save the day.
You know what I do think is happening, though, is that I do think it's going worse than Russia thought. And I think is that if they had any plans to go further, to any of the other bloc countries there, I think that's going to be put on hold, to say the least.
It looks like the worldwide economic sanctions are smashing them pretty hard.
But at the same time, they're now going to China and Iran, and now they're kind of coming up with their own currency. They're starting to trade together. I'm not.
I just hope it's not World War III.
Like, look, the ruble or whatever the fuck the currency is has dropped 70%. Yeah, well, the U.S. has dropped 20% or 10%. But also, if you look at how much our dollars dropped to gas, it's like 80%.
Yeah,
they're kind of winning there.
You know, let me say one thing about it. If this becomes World War III and it's the U.S. and the U.K. versus Russia and China and shit, if it devolves into a horrible World War III,
it's not, by the way.
I know, but if it did, then there's no doubt in my mind that it was all orchestrated in advance.
Yes.
They all are in on it together. Our government, their government.
Ukraine, the head of
for
Ukraine.
Sure.
The head of Ukraine, who was an actor that played, who wrote a comic about him being president. And also Putin. They were both part of the WEF.
Right. And so is Trudeau, and so is fucking
Ed Pepper
everybody.
says if Vietnam and the Middle East teach us anything, is like guerrilla warfare can be very difficult. I mean, look at Afghanistan. I mean, U.S. got them
we won that
stamp out the Russians, and then we go in and get our asses kicked at the same time.
I mean, it only took us 20 years, but we definitely won, right?
20 years to lose, and we didn't win that war. Let's not sugarcoat that.
One thing's for sure, it was a just war. That's for sure.
Yeah, we found all those weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, a just war. Oh, wait, was that Iraq? Was that Afghanistan?
But I do love that predators are coming and being keyboard warriors and come up with excuses not to go, and then some actually go and find out that holy shit, this is a war.
Yeah.
But let's get into our real crazy conspiracy.
Zoom.
Hang on, I got
That's membership at Omaha's
some
Henry.
Stupid site playing shit at me. Okay.
I think. So this is NBC Nightly News on February 1st. And the weird thing about this, the media played this. And it was a still shot, like a still frame they played. Like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, here we go.
This?
So this
is the UN.
Intends to pull back its military buildup, threatening Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin insisting it's the U.S.
Hang on.
What the fuck is that?
What is this, dude? Anybody see anything interesting about this picture?
Is this something a little off?
Anything look strange here? What is going on here?
Why does the United Kingdom guy have a cufflink on that right arm?
Yeah. Why is he wearing a mask? What an idiot.
Hey, why is that fish not wearing a mask?
Yeah, where's the mask for this fish person?
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, dude. This is bizarre as fuck. It honestly... Look at his mouth. It looks so.
Is that?
It looks so perfectly.
He's out of water. He's not in his natural environment.
I know. Like, what's the explanation? The explanation is like a camera mix-up or something.
I don't know.
Because if it is, like, it's still strange how much his mouth looks like a fish
why is
mouth.
the media using this? If you're taking a picture and it's actually accidentally turning someone into an alien, a fish alien, why are you using that picture?
Yeah, dude, this is honestly super weird. Like. This picture shows an alien voting in the UN for the United States. What was this vote on? If we should go to Nebulon 7 or not? Is this a vote about if we should bomb Neptune and the fish person is voting? I mean, I can't fucking get over this. What are the comments?
He has a weird fucking hat on or something too, right? Kind of.
Oh, hang on. I got to pull.
Oh, God damn it.
I got to pull the.
Thanks, Flimsy.
I'm glad Flimsy said something. Let me pull it over here. Okay, I think
you guys see it now?
Let me see.
Play it out a little bit so they can see this.
Yeah, they can see it. They can see it now.
Play a little bit of it now.
Okay, but it just disappears.
And Vladimir Putin insisting it's the...
That's fine. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Damn, they couldn't see the fish man.
Threatening Ukraine. President Vladimir
Here it
Putin
is.
Talking about. You guys see that now?
Yeah, they can see it now. What the fuck is that, dude?
And it's so funny it's the UN, too.
Yeah, it's even better it's the UN.
Yeah, it's like the gathering of nations and apparently the gathering of galaxies on top of that. So why is the US being represented by my fucking Nemo here?
It's too good. It's too, like...
I'm trying to decide how that can be.
I know.
It definitely looks like a fish trying to say something, raise his hand. I agree. But I don't get it. I don't get what could be happening there.
And that's a clip. Is this a scene from Star Wars?
Yes.
This is bizarre. What do the comments in the YouTube say here?
Well, this is just their full nightly news thing. This is a 17-minute clip.
Dude, the number one comment, this is a funny comment. Why is that person wearing a mask at 7:44? See, he's making the joke we made there.
Yeah. The demons aren't even trying, that person says.
For real,
We're
why
still
is no one
talking about
so
it.
strange? What the fuck?
This person says, good to see so many open. The demons aren't even trying to hide anymore. Right out there in the open.
What is going on here?
I don't know. Finally, somebody shows up without a mask. Holy shit, that one's been so many levels.
Yeah, that one's better.
Yeah.
That one's great. Finally,
other news,
finally, at least the U.S. representative is not wearing a mask.
In other news, a literal demon votes to sanction Russia.
What is going on with this? This is honestly weird as fuck. I mean, I guess the explanation is it's just a camera trick.
But then why are they showing? Why is this the picture there? This is a still frame picture they decided to go with. They couldn't find anything else.
That's a good point, dude. Is CBS throwing out a fucking Hail Mary here? Like,
I don't know.
Does he mention it? I'm going to let him say something. Let's just play.
President Vladimir Putin insisting it's the U.S. that's trying to start war over Ukraine, but he's not ruling out a diplomat.
What does the fish person say about it? He just never mentions it.
You're saying something there.
I don't get it, man.
Mingles in the comment being checked. Because it says black lady in it. Mingles said you can allow on that probably.
No, it's too racist, Garrett. You can't call Oh, okay. When I zoom in, it looks like a black lady with her head down. Let me look. I don't see it.
I don't either, but I don't know. She's probably on a phone, so it's probably easier to zoom in.
But what about the open fish mouth? Yeah. You know, maybe it's a frame that's transitioning from one frame to the next, and it's like someone. I'm trying to come up with something other than alien fish.
You're not gonna have a fucking open fish alien. For what? How's the fish even breathing?
It's a lady with glasses on. What? I do not see it, dude.
A lady with glasses.
Are both these people seeing something I don't see, Garrett? I see an alien fish person.
God, do you know what this reminds me of? Do you remember fucking is it Durbin was talking to the person that wasn't there? Dick Durbin, you remember that?
No. What are you talking about?
Type that today. Go to Dick Durbin. Talks to invisible person. Go to YouTube and type that in. I think that's who it was. That's a guy, right? Dick Durbin.
I don't know who Dick Durbin is. Sounds like some fucking porn star name. Dick Durbin?
Talks to and put senator. No, congressman. Put congressman. Talks to invisible person.
Okay.
Chuck Schumer. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, I remember this. This
one
one is weird. Okay. Let's play this. Schumer comes over and he gives the Illuminati symbol to some guy probably, and then he
watch this.
He's sitting there.
What? The fuck?
What was that? He told a ghost to get out of his chair?
Dude, how has nobody asked him what the fuck this is about? That's the fish person. They had their invisibility cloak on, and they forgot to activate it in the UN.
That's a weird video, too. The fish mouth is one side of her glasses. Okay, I want to see what comments are about this.
What's weird is he didn't give the demon time to vacate the chair.
Schmuck is just ordering a low-tier demon to scoot over to the next seat.
In all seriousness, he's mostly talking to one of his many demons.
You know, it's funny. Every comment on YouTube is so based. You know what I mean? It's so red-pilled.
That's why the White House had to shut off comments. That wasn't enough. So they had to take out the dislikes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going back to the fish person to try to see this side glass.
The gaping mouth is one part of the glasses. Is that what they said? And the chair is... Boy, I don't see it yet.
I don't either.
It's like a magic eye.
Yeah, it's like a optical illusion happening or something. Or that is a fish alien.
Oh, they're just
voting.
They're just not woke enough. They're thinking, what the fuck? It's a normal person.
You know what
And
it might,
saying,
you know what it
"It's
might
obviously
be?
a team, man."
Miggles and Flimsy might be aliens. And they're trying to cover it up.
Okay, let's give them a benefit of the doubt. And that's not a fish alien. What the fuck is Chuck Schumer doing? This is a sitting congressman.
That's a good question, dude. I don't know the explanation for this.
This one is so weird. And then he just slumps down.
Looks like he's wearing a mask. They show it again.
You're right, little.
Hey, is there a demon in this seat over here?
Probably. All right, well, fuck then.
The fuck, Chuck? I don't get it. There's no explanation for that either.
That is adrenochrome withdrawals right there.
He's hallucinating. He hasn't eaten enough children.
Keep behind just being fucked up and watching that clip, just going, what's happening? What's happening there?
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, now let's show the Obama's Secret Service agent video.
Click the read more down there. Read more. There it is.
It's the
Go down. There's the first clip.
Waiting for. No, not that game.
Okay, this one.
Mm-hmm. Towards the end. Look at the guy. Go to like 30 seconds right there. This one's a little bit easier to explain.
YouTube so I can make it full screen.
Yeah, this one's a little bit easier to explain, but it's just kind of a funny one.
Running
It's not
for
a
president
giant
in
fish sitting
2008,
right there.
he has not been back since, drawing intense criticism from some.
You see the guy? You
see the
Voldemort
Yeah.
about ready to cast the Vader Cadaver curse right there.
Yep. That is pretty strange looking right
It's
there.
a pretty reptilian looking dude back there.
Yeah, guy in the background here. That does look like Lord Voldemort.
Yeah, it does.
Some pro-Israel groups who have claimed he is insufficiently supportive of.
Not as weird as the.
It's even weirder on that guy's TikTok because it zooms in and you see his nose come into view.
Shock without his skin on.
Okay.
You're right. It is a little better than that. This supposedly shows it from a different view, which I haven't seen this one, but.
All right, I'll try to zoom in on 16 seconds.
Four years ago, I stood before
That
you and
guy right
said
there.
that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable.
My
That belief has
computer's
guided my actions
lagging.
as president.
He's got some weird movements and body language there. He looks like that he's a CEO of Facebook or something. Dude, if we got to get to the CEO of Facebook, what is with the tobacco sauce up on his bookshelf? Did we ever show that?
Yeah, we showed it. The barbecue sauce?
Like his eyeballs. Yeah, well, what the fuck was that?
What, Obama here?
No, the
4 years ago, I stood before.
Oh, here. Okay, here's the Voldemort in the front here.
He just licked his eyeball.
Before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable.
A dude is
That
rocking
belief
back.
has guided my actions as president.
He's a snake. Look at him. That's kind of a reptilian movement.
You're right. He is.
It is non-negotiable.
He's doing this shit.
That belief has guided my actions.
I'll tell you what, though. If I'm ever gonna hire an alien bodyguard, he's my number one guy because he's fucking.
He's right.
He's
You're
working.
right.
He's
He's on
earning
top
his
of it.
dollars there.
He's almost like a video game where he's so robotic, like, okay, go now.
Yeah,
Go now.
yeah. Like that. He's on a timer.
No shit. Can Obama only read 4 words? Everyone always talks about how good of an orator Obama was. I didn't think he was. He would say 4 words and stop.
Well,
and then from there, we're gonna go and do this, and we're gonna do this. It's like, what the fuck?
he's a lot better than Sleepy Joe.
You know the thing.
I
the
can't
thing.
ran across the street.
Yeah, he does do that.
Okay.
Oh shit. So yeah, apparently the UN has got aliens and Chuck Schumer's shooting away demons And we have kill switches on all of our cars now. So
yeah, strange times.
Well, Nate, we're over by 20 minutes. I think we should
Let's call it. Yep. It was another fun show.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks, Flimsy and Ned and Miggles
We're
and
gonna try
everybody.
getting into the grand unifying theory of conspiracies, hopefully very soon. Kind of working on it. I don't want to just wing that one.
Yeah.
So I kind of have the receipt. See you next month.
See you next month. Yeah. It's going to be a while. But Garrett doesn't think so. But I'm going out of town.
When are you leaving?
We'll see. Well, I mean, I'm going to be gone this weekend, and then I might be back for a few days, and then I'm like moving. So
we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Thanks
All
a
right,
lot,
guys.
everybody.
See you guys next Monday or Thursday.
Yep. Peace.
Yeah, had to come through and let you know. Keep it locked, this is the Nate and Garrett Show. Talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens. Truth bombs that many never knew. We talking politics, everything up to the moon. Was the landing real or fake? I guess you'll never know. Let's talk, this is the Nate and Garrett Show, yeah. So lend me your ear, let's get it poppin'. You know that we keep it live, non-stopping. Educate and entertain, there ain't no doubt. After you listen, you'll be thinking way outside the box. From media dishonesty, never let them play you. Keep it authentic nowadays, many can't do. Unfiltered is how we do it. Make sure you stay locked in and tuned in, let's go. Had to come through and let you know. Keep it locked, this is the Nate and Garrett Show. Talking current events, let the conversation begin. Everything from conspiracies, yeah, I'm talking aliens.